have been my kind of game. And I probably would have taken the time to have queued for the other. I probably would have waited half an hour between fucking queuing, but I mean, that's entirely fucking up to me if I wanted to, like, deal with that. Where is it? It's over there. I don't know. Like, I see the pros and cons to a lot of it, and I understand, like I said, I understand that they're trying to, like, keep it relevant in, like, the game market and stuff, but, like, sometimes the things that they add, or the loudest voices that speak up that want the same shit in every game, like, just makes it a generic game. It doesn't make it special. I remember one of the biggest gripes a lot of people had with PUBG was the fact that you just don't automatically load in with a gun. Like, you have to actually find one and then hope that you've found, like, a gun that you're okay with, and then on top of that, fight people with it that might have found better guns and better gear, might have better vests and stuff. Like, it's part of the fun. But a lot of people didn't like that. And I was really worried early in the game that they were actually going to change it, that people were going to be able to load in with weapons. I know for a while there was a whole bunch of hacks that people used to load in with guns, like, straight off the get-go. And that was funny. That was a challenging time for everybody involved, because it's like, the funniest part about it was that just because some of them loaded in with guns did not necessarily mean that they won. Like, I still remember going head-to-head with a fucking, aimbot cheater. And I got into top 2 with them. I had skivvied around the entire map and basically, like, avoided being absolutely killed. I'd probably healed myself entirely for full times, probably at least. And I had just done everything I could to fucking stay alive that whole match. And, yeah, I thought there was somebody over there. And yeah, when it came down to it, the only way I was going to win was by, like, lobbing a grenade up into their face. And obviously I didn't win, because I peaked just a little bit too high and I only had one grenade, so the one grenade I threw didn't hit him. Come on, mate. Hold on. No more tire for you. And let's see. I think you just flashbanged yourself. I was going to say, there's no way I was winning that, but I almost protected my body from it. And his car's fucked over. Hold on a second. I want to see if he goes back to his car. Well, he can repair the tire, but I want to see if he tries to just get straight back in. No. I almost want to spectate this guy. But yeah. I don't know, that was kind of interesting, because now that I've fucked over his car, he can't just get in and leave. And I think he had stuff from the box. I feel like he was the guy, you know? I don't know. I feel like I, like, complain about, like, a lot of games. I probably do. But, I mean, I still have got, like, you know, strong opinions of my own for a lot of things. And there's a lot of times where, like, you know, I know for a fact, like I said, when I started playing PUBG versus, like, a few years later when a lot of things changed, and I would say, oh, I like PUBG, I had to specify I liked the old PUBG, because a lot of people only knew the newer versions and the features and stuff involved with that. But yeah, there's been a lot of things that, like, changed. Like, as I said with, like, the Rondo map, I like when they've got, like, the 2 planes. I think that's a really good addition, where, like, half the map is split in 2, and you have basically 4 times the area that they could possibly have gotten into. It's interesting, you know. It makes it more challenging knowing that, like, you might not have, like, a big cluster of people in one area. You might still, but at the same time, like, you now have more people to encounter sporadically across the map and stuff like that. It's a good addition. I remember it was massive when the first game came out. Yeah, pretty much a lot of people were playing PUBG. There was PUBG and Fortnite came out around about the same time. So, of course, then you got your divide, people that liked one versus the other, or people that didn't care and played both. But like, yeah, it did good for itself at the time. It was like one of the first like battle royales to come out. And obviously after a while it got like oversaturated and people got kind of sick of battle royales. But like, even as I said, even just changing like the ranked system, so I can't play ranked as solo. I would have to have a squad, which fucking sucks because I used to play ranked. I used to like it. I used to like knowing that I was going 100% up against other people at all times. And they were going to be skilled, if not around my level, or possibly even better. It was enjoyable. It was a nice thing that I could like just jump into, And I can't do that now. I can't jump in and play ranked, and I want to. So now I've got to assume that there's a good percentage of like people in here that are just
Jeez.
like AIs. Welcome in, Bubba. I will hydrate again. Thank you. So I've only played original PUBG. Came around just before it was released from early access. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is I also played from early access as well. Like Nick got the game. I don't know how he saw it or where he got the idea to get it, but then I saw him playing it and I fucking loved it. And I'm like, I want to play that. And I know if I want to play a game on site, I'm gonna play the fuck out of it. I will stretch too. I get a little bit of extra fly time. Thank you for the hug, Bubba. I hope your morning's going alright. Ow, something. That stretch just pinched something terrible in my neck. But yeah. I understand PUBG was very popular and then it kind of like fell to obscurity. The other thing too is when it was really popular, when it hit release, so there was a period of time where it was paid for. And that was kind of also how PUBG got like a lot of its money as well, was that it would tend to have like you'd have your cheaters and your hackers and stuff like that, right? Would play the game and their account would get banned, and all they had to do was basically just throw down another $30 and get into another match, start a new account, another match, go again, and like it would only like get their account deleted if they got reported and found to be cheating, stuff like that. So PUBG did make like a lot of money from that, but I think if they weren't making the money from that, I think it probably could have changed how the game kind of got developed a little bit, because like if you get like a massive influx of something and then it suddenly stops because they got rid of all the cheaters and stuff, like I don't know, there's a drop off that they weren't anticipating, I feel like. Doing good. How are you? Always good to see you, friend. So also very glad to hear you sound stronger. I'm really not stronger, Shadow. I appreciate it. And to answer both your questions is essentially I am probably worse today because the temperature is substantially higher today. And what do you call it? It's been really muggy. And I've been like trying to like, I don't know, fight with my anemia and my Crohn's at the same time. Trying not to like faint. And where'd you go? You went out in this way. Yeah, try not to faint and kind of like trying to just. Can I get in here? Can I swim? Well, that kind of told everybody where the fuck I am. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. No, it's actually been like a really fucking hard day. Because, she's deceiving us with her voice. I've had a few fucking YouTube comments say that. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Look, I probably... Why did you leave a grenade here? I probably do good enough at, like, not sounding terribly sick and weak most of the time. Because I've had, like, a lot of bad days throughout December and stuff. And usually, like, I don't know, you can only tell a little bit by, like, the level of, like, complaining I do. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say I've adjusted to it, but I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I'm fully aware that there's nothing I can do, and it sucks, and I'm just unwell, and, I just kind of, can't do anything about it, so it's like, I might as well just, like, deal. I don't know how to say it. I was hoping to get up on the roof. I'd like a better gun, but I'm not going to get one. Also, I thought I had a proper grenade set on, but I don't. Alright, can I get up here, please? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. More often than not, like, I don't know, been pretty hard summer. Like I said today, like, we had 38-degree day, and we've got a heat wave coming this weekend, so it's going to get hotter. But I also have, like, a pack of, like, rainbow lorikeets that are outside. They've been, like, super fucking loud all the time from, like, I've counted it. It's 4 a.m. until about 2 or 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So basically, when I'm supposed to be sleeping during the day, it is really, really hot and it's really, really loud. So I'm not getting sleep. And if I am, it's really, really poor. And I'm also, like, kind of sweating to the point where I'm not managing hydration effectively anymore. So, yeah, a lot of things are impacting me medically at the moment. And it's very extremely draining. So, like, probably the biggest thing is, I think, the fact that you guys have had, like, positive things to say over all the time that I've got to know you guys. And, like, a lot of the time I've just wrote down whatever you've said. And some of the words that you've said that are nice or encouraging and stuff, I've looked back on, and that's what's been kind of, like, helping me right now. So, like, that's not a invitation to, like, say, nice things or be, like, extra supportive or whatever. You know, be yourself. Do what you do when you're doing it. But, just know that, like, you guys are really helping me get through a lot right now. And fact of the matter is, it's actually going to get a lot worse very soon, because February to April is when I go through part of the year. I said this last year too. It's just an annual thing. We get a lot of bills in that time frame, and it's very, very difficult, very stressful. And because of the stress levels, my Crohn's gets impacted massively. So I get really sick, sicker than I am now. And it can be very hard during those months. And I know last year my channel almost collapsed in February. I almost lost everything then with that, just because I wasn't well and I wasn't able to stream much. And when I was able to stream and I could see numbers and stuff, like, people just weren't here. And it was absolutely devastating to watch. And I guess, like, I'm a little bit also scared that, like, we'll get into February or March and I'll just be, like, super not well again. And, like, some shit like that will repeat as well. So that kind of shit scares me too. So, I've got that on the back burner, I guess, in my brain. And yeah, I don't know. I'm also trying to think up if there was any kind of, like, I don't even know if I can actually do this, but, like, if there was any, like, merch or, like, artworks or stuff like that that I could create to help, like, ease the stress of, like, February through April and stuff like that. Like, I thought about it, I'm like, I could always put stuff on, like, Patreon and stuff. Also, for anybody that doesn't know, I have a Patreon. Links are around the place. It's either here, YouTube channel, or in Discord, or all three. They might be everywhere. I don't know. But yeah, even that, even like small support like that, just consistently does help and shit like that. I don't know. One of those people that just feels like a piece of shit for even, like, bringing that up, that I have a Patreon, because, like, I don't want to be asking people for stuff. Is it? Well, if there's going to be, was it even one last person left, channel won't collapse, and you better believe, was it, that if it would ever come to this, the last person. Yeah, I know you'd be here. But it's also, it's not just about, like, not having anybody here. There's somebody. It's not just about, like, not having somebody here. It's about also, like, this channel actually being feasible to go forwards and stuff. Like, I've said this, like, not even, like, about a week ago, but I'm, like, so close to reaching, like, the first stage of monetization in YouTube, which will allow people, I should say, to buy, like, the emotes and stuff kind of like the same thing that you get with Twitch for subscribing, where you get emotes. But on YouTube, I think you join and you get access to emotes. So there'll be that. Like, I'm kind of close to that. It'll still be like another couple of months before I get, well, probably half a year before I get actual monetization, which would help support me through like times like the next couple of months, honestly. That's kind of what I need to like eventually hit. That's more about like getting, encouraging people to subscribe to fucking my YouTube channel, and also fucking hell, and also to get enough watch hours and stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of like little stuff. I would say there's a lot of little stuff that's like happening all at once at the moment. I have like a fucking lot on my mind. Like, I don't know. I guess like you can kind of tell sometimes when I'm streaming, if I'm not specifically talking about it, you can kind of tell in my tone of voice, or like in just like, I don't know, my energy levels and stuff. If I've got the energy for something. Yeah, I'll show you this box thing that's over here, Shadow. I don't care if somebody kills me while I get over here. I think that guy just dropped at it. I don't have money at the moment, so it should be over here somewhere. What? No, I need to show off a box. Fucking die. Is that whatever comes? That you only lose when you stop trying. I know. But some days are like substantially harder than others. You know, if that makes sense. This thing that I'm next to. I don't know where that guy is, but this thing here. I might get shot, but this is what I was talking about. Okay? So this is what they added in. Okay? I'm only going to leave this up for a couple of seconds because there is somebody near me, but I can sell my shit for money for exchanging stuff. That was what I was bitching about before you got in. I can't believe I landed so close to it on this map. But yeah, essentially you can find coins around the place or kill people that have got coins on them and stuff. I didn't even realize I didn't have a second gun. Sounds like that guy's coming back. I really need a scope. But yeah, essentially I don't want to buy from that thing if I can avoid it. I looked outside and it was like really blue, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm in the blue zone. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, I'm not. That moment when you like lose attention, what the fuck is this thing? That thing looks like that's going to be a safe in the future for sure. I can see what's going with that. Oh, darling. Azula just did the biggest sigh. She's just like, I'm exhausted. I'm a cat. I'm an exhausted little cat. She like does a sigh whenever she's about to sleep. I will take that with me, and I might just pop that on there. Yeah, it's very cute. Yeah, I could see people like just sitting up in here and waiting to kill people. If I can just get up onto this roof, and that roof, come on. No, I had a choice to be on the roof. Doesn't that really change the whole dynamic of the game? Shit now. What was it? Shit now it's not whatever, get whatever and kill. Now it's get everything and sell to get what you want and maybe kill. Yeah, that's exactly what I was bitching about. There's a guy like right there, but there's a guy in this house. He ran in here somewhere. Might be upstairs. There you are. Hey, mate. All right. Yeah, that was exactly what I was going off about when you like walked in. That's why I said, I'm like, it's not related to Diablo. If I can show you, I'll show you. But yeah, it completely changes the direction of what PUBG is about. And like not for the good. Like with the Rondo map, you can have 2 aeroplanes going at the same time to drop you off, and that's fine. That makes sense. Like, it spreads out the group, makes it a little bit more challenging, makes the game more likely to like last a little bit longer. Like, that's kind of what PUBG is about. But adding in buy stations, and what I imagine they'll do later is probably even additional missions, because they've got some already. I'm not sure where to find it, but I've seen a few. I don't think it's with the pass. I don't think it's with this or that. There's something when I'm in the game pops up. If I can show you, I'll show you. Not that. Maybe it's under attendance stuff. Hold on. Career, customized hideout, maybe. And scrapbroker. Like, they brought in this ages ago, and again, I wasn't for this. Because I'm like, you're not supposed to be able to go in with a gun, but I know that you can, like, you know, scrap little bits and pieces to, like, customize your shit when you are in there. Skins and all that. That's fun. I don't know where it is. I saw it earlier. I was in it. It was like this thing. There, here. One of them had something at the top. This. I noticed this was here, and I don't know what this is specifically, but I think it's progression stuff. But yeah, when I get in the game, if I see it, there's certain things that will pop up and be like, you have achieved this, and now it's in your inventory. And there was one game where I ended up with a smoke grenade in my inventory after killing a guy. And I was like, what the fuck? So I automatically just get a inventory slot filled with a gun by getting somebody killed at a distance. I was joking about Diablo thing. That they also changed the whole dynamic of the game to appeal to more people instead of being committed to Vision of Diablo. So that's the other thing too, is if you have a dedicated fandom, you cannot just generalize it. That's the biggest thing, is like PUBG and Diablo are great examples of that, where people are really passionate about it in like how it is and how it makes them feel playing it and stuff like that. It has nostalgia and it has like a level of fun that does not appeal to the larger demographic. And when you create an additional game or you create add-ons for the existing game, I don't think it benefits the game or the player base to generalize it, because the people that love it for what it is are gonna probably leave or not enjoy it or not get it. And the people that are the generalized demographic, like, they don't enjoy the game at its core anyway. It just becomes another shooting game or another dungeon crawler type game that you can just jump into whenever you've got time. Like, it's just, it doesn't make them want to stay either. Like, it doesn't just give them the nostalgia for it. They just kind of go, okay, I've played it, now it's done, move on to next one, and the same kind of thing. I don't know. I think it's very hard for a developer to listen to a lot of people, especially since people that enjoy the game aren't probably going to pipe up a lot with suggestions on how to change or improve it because they already enjoy it. The people that are piping up and requesting changes and improvements are generally people that want it to be more like what they're used to, or like, I don't know, they don't enjoy it. That's, I don't know, how I've always kind of felt about it with at least PUBG, because I know that in the beginning, a lot of the changes that came in were from the players that complained the loudest, not the like general public that wanted it. Like I said, at the same time, like, they're gonna go with whatever the majority wants, because if the majority want it, the majority will probably get it and play it. What's the corpo? They exchanged individuality of the game. Just give me a sec. Let me get a gun. Pick up the gun. They exchanged the individuality of the games, their characters, solve for statistics, like average of everything. And you may have heard that truly average show doesn't exist. It does. I actually believe this applies also to like YouTube and other things as well. So, as you guys might notice, if you watch somebody that you enjoy on YouTube for a while, eventually their content kind of like generalizes and kind of pans out to being like almost the same thing over and over again. Like, this doesn't happen for everybody. Please understand. I understand that. Like, not everybody falls into this, but a lot of people do. And a lot of the time, what it is they see where the analytics show them succeeding, and they want to replicate that success over and over again, and tend to like go with the formula that worked initially, even if like the formula is repetitive, or if perhaps it was particularly popular with like a wider audience that wasn't the usual lot that was interested in it and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't want to rip on or name any specific channels and stuff like that, but there's a couple that I watch. There's actually a couple that I watch that I don't watch anymore. Just because it's the same shit. I'm literally watching the same shit like over and over again. There you go. There on the screen. That's what I'm talking about. So I got... Oh, shit. I got a suppressor then in my inventory. Alright, hold on. Let me turn that to single fire. Like, only just over here. Think you're back here? I know you don't have a gun. Come on. You're either on this wall or you managed to get in it. See, in-game challenge reward sent to your inventory as a frag grenade. So now I have got a suppressor and I got a frag grenade. He just gave up. Look, I sometimes do too. If I come across somebody that's got a gun and I don't, and they've got like they're on a roof or whatever, like sometimes it happens. Sometimes you cannot beat that situation. Here's the coins. All right, see? Coins. So there's the coins for it. But yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to shit on anybody's like channels and stuff. It's like repetition without innovation. It's exactly that. Is like it's fine if that's like really successful, but then you end up losing some of your oldest, biggest fans to the masses, and then you end up like losing what made your channel special in the first place, which is sad because, as I said, there's been a few people's channels where I don't watch them anymore because I'm basically watching the same episode with a different context, subject type thing each time. Like, if like I'll sometimes actually go back to old content. I actually do this a lot. I go back to people's old content, old original content, with stuff from like 5+ years back in their history, and I'll sit there and watch through all that because it's got the passion and like the joy and the spark of like creativity and stuff like that that made their channel special in the first place. So I know this is counterproductive to what I was just saying before about like the, I don't know, trying to remain like, I don't know, getting views, getting people to want to like subscribe and follow and all that sort of stuff. I know this sounds really counterproductive, but like I pretty much don't give a fuck what analytics come back with because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And probably a lot of it's probably not going to be super successful. And that's probably a really bad game plan. But at the same time, like I'm still going to keep being like, enjoying what I do. And some of my shit's going to absolutely flop. And some of it's going to do pretty well. And I'll know what's doing well and roughly why it's doing well, like out of interest. And some of my content on YouTube does really well for like the more like low energy chill stuff because like I just mostly just don't give a fuck and I'll do whatever. Like I'll be playing a game, I'll be having like a deep ass conversation about something woefully inappropriate. Like it's great fun and it's just enjoyable to be there. Other times like I'll be like passionately in a rant about something, and like obviously you get both sides of the coin of like the diehards that want to like get in there and argue too, and you get others that are like, yeah, no, I just don't enjoy like the conflict of arguing in the first place. I'm like, I'm actually one of those people. I don't like the conflict of arguing. I'll still fucking take on a stance though if I need to. Especially if it's something I'm passionate about. Like I'll do it. I think it's a great approach. About the long game, as they call it, and I respect that. Yeah, I basically am the long game sense. Why is that pink up there? That is glowing. All right, we're going up there. Yeah, no, I definitely have like the long-term vision. As I've said, like, you know how A waiver says this occasionally that they say that like I'm really famous or something, and my like response every single time is no, I'm just a little channel and stuff. It's like I know that over time, if people like me, they'll follow. If people want to, they'll subscribe. If they want to cheer something, if they having a good time and they just feel like it, they'll do that. Um, like at no point am I gonna force people to do that or like demand that somebody does or needs to or whatever. Like there are times when I wish people did because obviously that would help me much more. But at the same time, like you can't fucking force that shit. And with time, with follows, with subscribers, stuff like that, you do eventually get more and more people that have varieties of conversations, come from different parts of the world, and will have I don't know if I can get across